Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the video with the Roshank Rumption, and today I'm bringing you guys the first episode of Season 2 of Shoutout Sunday, and you guys are probably thinking to yourself, Roshank, what the hell is going on right now? Well, basically what happened is, around 2 months ago, I made some pretty major changes to this series, and it's become evident in those 2 months since, that for one, those changes haven't really been successful, and for two, people have been expressing way too much disapproval for me to just let it sit at this point. I'll show a few specific comments illustrating my point, and what people are saying are things like I'm shouting out too many people, the series isn't getting them as much subs as it used to, and stuff of that nature. And ultimately, after debating over the issue for quite a while, around 2 weeks at this point, and asking for feedback from other YouTubers, people both participating in this series and running shoutout series of their own, I've decided that I just totally overcomplicated things, and I'm going to be going with a much simpler formula from here on out. Here's the basic idea behind the formula. I will shout out exactly 3 people per episode so as to give multiple channels a chance, but at the same time not have too many channels for people to check out so they'll still be motivated to participate. Moreover, the fewer people I shout out, the more attention those people will get, so hopefully this will increase channel growth as well. Up until now, I've been shouting out 5 to 6 people per episode because I wanted to cover as many people as possible, but I've since realized that what that's done is it's diluted the shout, so people aren't growing very much from my shoutout series, and I want to change that if I can. One more clarification here, Shoutout Sunday is now going to be split up into seasons. One season is going to be around 40 episodes and should last around a year. Every single season, everyone's slate is going to be completely wiped clean. That is, if you've earned a shoutout on a previous season, you may get one in a new season again. At the same time, I'm definitely going to be trying my best to give priority to those who need it and not repeat shoutouts too much. For instance, I'm definitely going to avoid situations where someone gets a shout in say the final week of one season and then again at the beginning of the next season, because that would just be totally unfair. Guys, I promise I'm going to be reasonable and fair with these shoutouts. I'm not going to repeat things too much. But nonetheless, the point is, if you've earned a shout from me in a previous season, then you will have a shot, you will have an opportunity to get one in a current season. In other words, today's episode is the start of a new season of Shoutout Sunday, and because of that, everyone is eligible to get a shout out once more. And one thing I should definitely do here before moving on is apologize to those of you who are hoping for a second shout out from me. I've tried my best to come to a sort of middle ground here so that instead of just re-shouting out people regardless, if you ever want to shout out again, you have to earn it, and it's not going to be given in a manner that's unfair to others, but at the same time, you will definitely have a shot. I know I've been changing the rules a lot lately, but these rules are going to be final for now. I'm going to try them for an entire season and see how they work, and then I'll revise them again. I don't really anticipate any problems though, because this is the tried and true formula that's been used on YouTube for a while. The only thing that's different about the Shoutout series is that subscriptions are not necessary, and hopefully this will make people more willing to participate in the series, and also will gain people active subs. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and get into the rules for this series, which is something I've talked about before, but I'm going to rehash again here since it is the beginning of a new season. The first rule on this Shoutout Sunday series is to check out all the channels that I shout out to in this episode and leave them at least one comment on a recent video, and this is a requirement even if you do not enjoy their content. Ideally, and this isn't a requirement but only a wish of mine here, try and watch a bit of their videos, give them feedback, and do your best to give an honest opinion of their channel. Moreover, subscribing is encouraged but not mandatory. The second requirement, which is equally if not more important, you need to show to me that you're a hard worker and you care about your channel in some way, be it your uploading schedule, the effort you put into your graphics, or something else of that nature. And with all of that out of the way, it's finally time to get into the shoutouts for this episode. And first up on the shoutout list for this week is a channel by the name of Game Bros, which is a co-op channel by two dudes by the name of John and Steven. I believe they're currently at 1,000 well-deserved subs, so a relatively big channel for Shoutout Sunday, but even still, I'd say they deserve more. One of the biggest things that attracted me to their channel is that they're very funny and very entertaining. I actually spent a good amount of time getting carried away and watching the videos on their channel. Another big thing is that their commentary styles synergize very well together, which is something I know from experiences having a co-op channel in the past is really hard to do. Another really big thing is that they upload a lot of content, at least daily, and sometimes even more. So for me, this combined with their channel art, thumbnails, and much more has made it clear that they're a very hard-working pair. The specific content on their channel includes lots of Nintendo games such as Mario and Yoshi's Story, and they also do a little bit of Last of Us and Fallout 4 as well. So guys, Game Bros is a phenomenal channel, and as such you guys should definitely check it out. The second shoutout for this week's episode goes to Blocky Bulbasaur, and to be quite frank, I don't think I've ever seen someone ever make videos this good after being on YouTube for only 2 months. He uploads at least daily and has been doing a lot to improve the graphics in his videos as well, be it his logo, thumbnails, facecam border, or other things. He's got a very distinctive style with regards to his videos. You can look at his content and instantly identify that it's his via the custom logo, the red borders he puts on his thumbnails, and much more. Establishing an identity as a channel is very important, and he's worked really hard to do that thus far, and if you ask me, it's paid off. He's also come a very long way with his commentary, and while I'm no expert, I'd say that if he keeps going, he's gonna find a lot of success in the future. The specific content in his Pokemon is mostly Pokemon, specifically Let's Plays, but he also does some Minecraft as well. So guys, Blocky Bulbasaur is an amazing channel, and as such I highly recommend checking him out. The third and final shoutout for this week, whose name I'm probably not pronouncing correctly here, is Andy JYYR. Okay, so where to even start with this guy? First of all, one big problem I see with starting YouTubers is that they either don't have very high quality face cams, which is understandable, but more importantly, they don't understand how to figure out lighting when recording your face. This seems like something minor, but it's actually very important, because if you can interact with your subscribers and your viewers via actually looking at them, talking to them with your face, that is huge and something that's helped me a lot on my channel in my opinion. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get at here is that this guy is fairly small, but he's already got all that figured out. He interacts with his subscribers very well. He knows how to interact with his audience, which is something that's very important. In fact, his setup in general is pretty amazing, from the video quality to the audio quality to the art and other things as well. Perhaps most important of all though, his commentary is incredibly good. He's got a very unique voice and has a ton of energy in his videos. It's very easy to see from watching him commentate on his videos that he's very passionate about YouTube, which is absolutely essential to succeed on YouTube. There are a couple of minor things I would say he could improve on, such as perhaps he rambles a bit too much at times, even though I'm really no better. But nonetheless, the point is that he's got a great start for his channel in terms of commentary style, and that's going to carry him very far. The specific content on his channel includes Halo 5, Black Ops 3, FIFA 16, and much more. So guys, Andy JYYR is a phenomenal channel, and as such I highly recommend checking him out. Well, alright folks, that is pretty much going to do it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed any of the YouTubers in this video, be sure to check them out, and if you want a shout out for next week, be sure to leave a comment on at least one of their videos, letting them know that you checked out their channel, and also give them some feedback as well if you have the time. Be sure to subscribe to them as well if you enjoyed their content. And of course, feel free to leave me some feedback on the new format for this series. I really do think I overcomplicated things at the beginning, so hopefully this new format is going to be a little bit better. I realize I'm not going to be able to make everyone happy, but from what I can tell with the comments, this sort of format is what people want for the most part. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Be sure to leave your thoughts on that down below, and I will see you in the next episode of Shoutout Sunday.